But when Adam heard these words from Satan, he sorrowed much, because of his oath and of his promise, and said, Shall I commit adultery with my flesh and my bones, and shall I sin against myself, for God to destroy me, and to blot me out from off the face of the earth? Since, when at first I ate of the tree, he drove me out of the garden into this strange land, and deprived me of my bright nature, and brought death upon me. If, then, I should do this, he will cut off my life from the earth, and he will cast me into hell, and will plague me there a long time. But God never spoke the words you have told me, and you are not God's angels, nor yet sent from him. But ye are devils, come to me under the false appearance of angels. Away from me, ye cursed of God. Then those devils fled from before Adam. And he and Eve arose, and returned to the cave of treasures, and went into it. Then Adam said to Eve, If you saw what I did, tell it not, for I sinned against God, swearing by his great name, and I have placed my hand another time into that of Satan. Eve, then, held her peace, as Adam told her. Then Adam arose, and spread his hands unto God, beseeching and entreating him with tears, to forgive him what he had done. And Adam remained thus standing and praying 40 days and 40 nights. He neither ate nor drank until he dropped down upon the earth from hunger and thirst. Then God sent his word unto Adam, who raised him up from where he lay, and said unto him, O Adam, why have you sworn by my name, and why have you made agreement with Satan another time? But Adam wept, and said, O God, forgive me, for I did this unwittingly, believing they were God's angels. And God forgave Adam, saying to him, Beware of Satan. And he withdrew his word from Adam. Then Adam's heart was comforted, and he took Eve, and they went out of the cave, to make some food for their bodies. But from that day Adam struggled in his mind about his wedding Eve, afraid as he was to do it, lest God should be wroth with him. Then Adam and Eve went to the river of water, and sat on the bank, as people do when they enjoy themselves. But Satan was jealous of them, and would destroy them. Then Satan, and 10 from his hosts, transformed themselves into maidens, unlike any others in the whole world for grace. They came up out of the river in presence of Adam and Eve, and they said among themselves, Come, we will look at the faces of Adam and of Eve, who are of the men upon earth. How beautiful they are, and how different is their look from our own faces. Then they came to Adam and Eve, and greeted them, and stood wondering at them. Adam and Eve looked at them also, and wondered at their beauty, and said, Is there, then, under us, another world, with such beautiful creatures as these in it? And those maidens said to Adam and Eve, Yes, indeed, we are an abundant creation. Then Adam said to them, But how do you multiply? And they answered him, We have husbands who wedded us, and we bear them children, who grow up, and who in their turn wed and are wedded, and also bear children, and thus we increase. And if so be, O Adam, you wilt not believe us, we will show you our husbands and our children. Then they shouted over the river as if to call their husbands and their children, who came up from the river, men and children, and every one came to his wife, his children being with him. But when Adam and Eve saw them, they stood dumb, and wondered at them. Then they said to Adam and Eve, You see our husbands and our children, wed Eve as we wed our wives, and you shall have children the same as we. This was a device of Satan to deceive Adam. Satan also thought within himself, God at first commanded Adam concerning the fruit of the tree, saying to him, Eat not of it, else of death thou shalt die. But Adam ate of it, and yet God did not kill him, he only decreed upon him death, and plagues and trials, until the day he shall come out of his body. Now, then, if I deceive him to do this thing, and to wed Eve without God's commandment, God will kill him then. Therefore did Satan work this apparition before Adam and Eve, because he sought to kill him, and to make him disappear from off the face of the earth. Meanwhile the fire of sin came upon Adam, and he thought of committing sin. But he restrained himself, fearing lest if he followed this advice of Satan God would put him to death. Then Adam and Eve arose, and prayed to God, while Satan and his hosts went down into the river, in presence of Adam and Eve, to let them see that they were going back to their own regions. Then Adam and Eve went back to the cave of treasures, as they were wont, about evening time. And they both arose and prayed to God that night. Adam remained standing in prayer, yet not knowing how to pray, by reason of the thoughts of his heart regarding his wedding Eve, and he continued so until morning. And when light arose, Adam said unto Eve, Arise, let us go below the mountain, where they brought us gold, and let us ask the Lord concerning this matter. Then Eve said, What is that matter, O Adam? And he answered her, That I may request the Lord to inform me about wedding thee, for I will not do it without his order, lest he make us perish, thee and me. For those devils have set my heart on fire, with thoughts of what they showed us, in their sinful apparitions. Then Eve said to Adam, Why need we go below the mountain? Let us rather stand up and pray in our cave to God, to let us know whether this counsel is good or not. Then Adam rose up in prayer and said, O God, you know that we transgressed against you, and from the moment we transgressed, we were bereft of our bright nature, and our body became brutish, requiring food and drink, and with animal desires. Command us, O God, not to give way to them without thy order, lest thou bring us to nothing. For if thou give us not the order, we shall be overpowered, and follow that advice of Satan, and thou wilt again make us perish. If not, then take our souls from us, let us be rid of this animal lust. And if you give us no order respecting this thing, then sever Eve from me, and me from her, and place us each far away from the other. Yet again, O God, when you have put us asunder from each other, the devils will deceive us with their apparitions, and destroy our hearts, and defile our thoughts towards each other. Yet if it is not each of us towards the other, it will, at all events, be through their appearance when they show themselves to us. Here Adam ended his prayer. Then God looked upon the words of Adam that they were true, and that he could long await his order, respecting the counsel of Satan. And God approved Adam in what he had thought concerning this, and in the prayer he had offered in his presence. And the word of God came unto Adam and said to him, O Adam, if only thou hadst had this caution at first, ere thou earnest out of the garden into this land. After that, God sent his angel who had brought gold, and the angel who had brought incense, and the angel who had brought myrrh to Adam, that they should inform him respecting his wedding Eve. Then those angels said to Adam, Take the gold and give it to Eve as a wedding gift, and betroth her, then give her some incense and myrrh as a present, and be ye, thou and she, one flesh. Adam hearkened to the angels, and took the gold and put it into Eve's bosom in her garment, and betrothed her with his hand. Then the angels commanded Adam and Eve to arise and pray 40 days and 40 nights, and after that Adam should come into his wife, for then this would be an act pure and undefiled, and he should have children who would multiply, and replenish the face of the earth. Then both Adam and Eve received the words of the angels, and the angels departed from them. Then Adam and Eve began to fast and to pray, until the end of the 40 days, and then they came together, as the angels had told them. And from the time Adam left the garden until he wedded Eve were 223 days, that is 7 months and 13 days. Thus was Satan's war with Adam defeated. And they dwelt on the earth working, in order to continue in the well-being of their bodies, and were so until the 9 months of Eve's childbearing were ended, and the time drew near when she must be delivered. Then she said unto Adam, This cave is a pure spot by reason of the signs wrought in it since we left the garden, and we shall again pray in it. It is not meet, then, that I should bring forth in it. Let us rather repair to that of the sheltering rock, which Satan hurled at us, when he wished to kill us with it, but that was held up and spread as an awning over us by the command of God, and formed a cave. Then Adam removed Eve to that cave, and when the time came that she should bring forth, she travailed much. So was Adam sorry, and his heart suffered for her sake, for she was nigh unto death, that the word of God to her should be fulfilled, In suffering shalt you bear a child, and in sorrow shalt you bring forth a child. But when Adam saw the strait in which Eve was, he arose, and prayed to God, and said, O Lord, look upon me with the eye of thy mercy, and bring her out of her distress. And God looked at his maidservant Eve, and delivered her, and she brought forth her firstborn son, and with him a daughter. Then Adam rejoiced at Eve's deliverance, and also over the children she had borne him. And Adam ministered unto Eve in the cave, until the end of 8 days, when they named the son Cain, and the daughter Luluwa. The meaning of Cain is hater, because he hated his sister in their mother's womb, ere they came out of it. Therefore did Adam name him Cain. But Luluwa means beautiful, because she was more beautiful than her mother. Then Adam and Eve waited until Cain and his sister were 40 days old, when Adam said unto Eve, We will make an offering and offer it up in behalf of the children. And Eve said, We will make one offering for the firstborn son, and afterwards we shall make one for the daughter. Then Adam prepared an offering, and he and Eve offered it up for their children, and brought it to the altar they had built at first. And Adam offered up the offering, and besought God to accept his offering. Then God accepted Adam's offering, and sent a light from heaven that shone upon the offering. And Adam and the son drew near to the offering, but Eve and the daughter did not approach unto it. Then Adam came down from upon the altar, and they were joyful, and Adam and Eve waited until the daughter was 80 days old. Then Adam prepared an offering and took it to Eve and to the children, and they went to the altar, where Adam offered it up, as he was wont, asking the Lord to accept his offering. And the Lord accepted the offering of Adam and Eve. Then Adam, Eve, and the children drew near together, and came down from the mountain, rejoicing. But they returned not to the cave in which they were born, but came to the cave of treasures, in order that the children should go round it, and be blessed with the tokens brought from the garden. But after they had been blessed with these tokens, they went back to the cave in which they were born. However, before Eve had offered up the offering, Adam had taken her, and had gone with her to the river of water, in which they threw themselves at first, and there they washed themselves. Adam washed his body and Eve hers also clean, after the suffering and distress that had come upon them. But Adam and Eve, after washing themselves in the river of water, returned every night to the cave of treasures, where they prayed and were blessed, and then went back to their cave where the children were born. So did Adam and Eve until the children were done breastfeeding. Then, when they were weaned, Adam made an offering for the souls of his children, other than the 3 times he made an offering for them, every week. When the days of nursing the children were ended, Eve again conceived, and when her days were accomplished she brought forth another son and daughter, and they named the son Abel, and the daughter Achleah. Then at the end of 40 days, Adam made an offering for the son, and at the end of 80 days he made another offering for the daughter, and did by them, as he had done before by Cain and his sister Luluwa. He brought them to the cave of treasures, where they received a blessing, and then returned to the cave where they were born. After the birth of these, Eve ceased from childbearing.